Thank you all for joining me today for the Daily Dose of Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. Before I start, this video is sponsored by WizardTower.com, your Canadian store for all your Magic the Gathering and gaming needs. Pre-order Ikoria today. Today I'll be starting a series of new videos on 10 limited deck archetypes for Ikoria. I want to start it off by talking about the fastest deck archetype in Ikoria. Here is Dimir Flash. The goal of the deck is to never have to play a spell during your own turn. This means that you never have to tap out during your turn and have options available to cast both permanent cards with Flash or instant and sorceries at any time to control the game. This deck can really be broken down into 3 different types of Flash cards. First off is cards with Flash that don't interact with the battlefield. We're talking your Crustacean, a solid 1/6 defensive creature with Flash, and Adaptive Shimmerer, a colorless 3/3 Flash creature for 5 mana. Great creatures to flash in, but they don't really do much. Next up is cards with Flash that impact the battlefield. Most of the cards with Flash fall into this category, and there are some good ones. I'll start with the non-creature Flash removal cards in the set. Mutual Destruction can gain Flash if you have a Flash creature on the battlefield, giving you a 1 mana removal threat. Capture Sphere and Mystic Subdual are great combat tricks you can use to stop a threat or weaken it. There is also a 5 mana colorless removal spell in the form of the artifact Springjaw Trap. You can either cast it for Flash and remove something all in one turn, or over the span of 2 turns if needed. There are a trio of black Flash creatures that act as removal spells with a nice creature attached. Blitz Leech can act as a 5 power blocker and give a separate creature -2/-2 and remove all of its counters, making it a potential 2-for-1 removal spell. Lurking Deadeye can come down after combat on either turn to destroy a creature that's already taken some damage. The best of the trio, though, has to be Dirgebat. It can destroy any creature or planeswalker if it mutates, while also putting a 3/3 flying creature onto the battlefield. Now I want to move on to the trio of blue creatures that can impact the battlefield. The only Flash card in the set that can counter a spell, if it's an artifact creature spell, is the large and in charge Voracious Great Shark. If you need a tempo play, though, Pouncing Shore Shark can mutate onto another creature and bounce an opponent's creature. The best of the trio, though, must be the one you can mutate for only 2 mana, Sea Dasher Octopus. Because of its Flash, it will surprise your opponent and allow you to refill your hand with some new cards anytime you can get in for some combat damage. Its cheap mutate cost will mean they'll be getting value all day long. The last one in this category is an elemental otter that can copy one of your own instant or sorcery spells. That's right, it's Lutri the Spell Chaser. You don't even need it to be your companion. You can just throw it in your Flash deck for instant success. Finally, you have the Flash cards you want the most to make the Flash deck work. The cards with Flash that impact other cards with Flash. First off is Cunning Nightbonder, one of the best cards to have for this deck. Not only can it flash in as a 2/2 for 2 mana, it will make all your other Flash cards cost 1 less and make it so they can't be countered. The cheap threat you can also mutate onto later in the game as well. The last card for the Flash deck is one that can help you gain card advantage and overwhelm your opponent, and that is Slitherwisp. You get a 3/2 Flash creature that will draw you a card and force your opponent to lose a life each time you cast another spell with Flash. That is some major value. Well, folks, now you know which cards to look for when playing Dimir Flash, and you're prepared to never have to cast a spell during your turn again. Thanks again for joining me on the Daily Dose of Ikoria, and I'll see you tomorrow with another Ikoria deck archetype.